Welcome back to This Day in Scottish History. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today we delve into one of the most dramatic moments in the life of Mary, Queen of Scots. Her trial for treason at Fotheringhay Castle on October 15th, 1586. This pivotal event led to her tragic execution, marking the end of her tumultuous and controversial life. Mary was no stranger to conflict and danger. Born on December 8th, 1542, at Linlithgow Palace, she became Queen of Scotland at just 6 days old after her father, James V of Scotland, passed away. Her early life was steeped in political unrest, with Scotland governed by regents as Mary was still an infant. A series of alliances, most notably with France, played a key role in shaping her early years. By the age of 16, she was not only Queen of Scotland, but also Queen of France through her marriage to Francis II. However, this marriage was short-lived, and by the time she returned to Scotland in 1561, she was a widow at the age of 18. Mary's return to a Scotland divided by the Reformation was fraught with challenges. As a Catholic monarch in a Protestant country, her reign was marked by religious tension and political intrigue. Her marriage to Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley, in 1565 further complicated matters. Initially, the marriage seemed advantageous as it strengthened her claim to the English throne. However, it soon deteriorated into a toxic relationship, especially after Darnley orchestrated the murder of Mary's close confidant David Rizzio in 1566. Not long after, Darnley himself was murdered in 1567, with suspicion fallen on Mary and her close associate, James Hepburn, Earl of Bothwell, who became her third husband. This marriage to Bothwell sparked outrage among the Scottish nobles, leading to Mary's forced abdication in favour of her infant son, James VI, and her subsequent imprisonment at Lochleven Castle. After an unsuccessful attempt to regain power, Mary fled to England, hoping that her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I, would offer her protection. Instead, she became a prisoner, confined for 18 years in various castles across England, as Elizabeth saw her as a threat to the English throne. Mary's trial in October 1586 was the culmination of years of suspicion, plotting, and international intrigue. Elizabeth's advisers, particularly Sir Francis Walsingham, had been gathering evidence against Mary for some time, using intercepted letters to link her to a plot to assassinate Elizabeth, known as the Babington Plot. The trial took place at Fotheringhay Castle in Northamptonshire, where 36 English nobles, including William Cecil and Sir Francis Walsingham, presided over the proceedings. Despite her eloquent defence, in which Mary denied the charges and argued that, as a foreign queen, she could not be tried for treason in England, she was convicted. On February 8th, 1587, Mary was executed at Fotheringhay Castle. Her death sent shockwaves throughout Europe, cementing her legacy as one of history's most romanticised figures. She was portrayed by many as a martyr, particularly among Catholic sympathisers, and her son James VI would later become King of England, uniting the crowns of Scotland and England. Mary's trial and execution mark one of the most dramatic turning points in the tumultuous relationship between Scotland and England. Her story is one of political ambition, betrayal, and ultimate tragedy, forever entwined with the complex religious and dynastic conflicts of 16th century Europe. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Tune in tomorrow for another enlightening episode of This Day in Scottish History. I'm Colin MacDonald. Haste you back.